Yo, what's up with y'all boys and girls, man? Hey, Jay Briggs here from Pickdawgz.com, bringing out my NBA Jam session on January 10th, 2023, man. If you're looking for more of this great content, y'all know what to do. Smash that like button, subscribe if you're new, and drop your like down in the comments. As you know, I love going through, seeing who y'all like. If you're looking for my best bets, the ones that I'm placing tonight, and best bets from the top handicappers on the planet, check us out over at pickdawgz.com. Click that premium picks tab. If you're looking for my $15 NBA Jam session play, my best bet in the NBA every night, man, you can click that link in the description. It'll take you right to my handicapper page, man. My feature play every day is my jam session play, man. $15. Scoop that up. We did have a winner last night with the Chicago Bulls, man. They made us sweat it, but we got it through, man. That's back to back. We look to go for 3 in a row tonight, and we did go 3-0 overall premium last night, as well as a great night last night on the jam session, man. So we look to keep all that momentum rolling forward into tonight, into the rest of the week, man. Follow me on Twitter at ParlayGuyJ. That's where I typically update y'all on late injury news. And if my mind changes on any of these games due to late information coming out of the association, man, we got a decent card tonight. 7 games. We want to smash it per usual, man. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hop right into tonight's NBA action. In our first matchup of the night, man, we got the Detroit Pistons out on the road facing the Philadelphia 76ers. Philadelphia home favorites laying 10.5, total 230.5. We just saw these two teams play the other night on the 8th in a game where Philadelphia did beat this Pistons team 123-111. And y'all know how I've typically felt about these games all season. When we see one team win the first one, take a night off, and play that same team again the next night, the team that won the first one typically does it again in the second one, man. And I think that's what's in order here in this one. I do like Philadelphia. I will lay the points. Also, we go look at it. Philadelphia, the third best home cover team in the NBA, 14-7-1 against the spread this season on their home floor, covering in 66.7% of their home games. They've won 4 of their last 5. Playing some really great basketball with or without Embiid. I do like Philadelphia here in this one, man. Also, the Pistons, man, they got some guys on this injury report that's questioning in their own right. Looks like Bogdanovich could be out for this one. I think he is out. We're seeing Durant listed as out right now. So Livers looks like he might be out. So, you know, the nod for me would be Philadelphia at home, man. They just been dominant on their home floor. The Pistons playing bad basketball right now, man, and pretty banged up. I can't trust them, man. So this is also going to be their 5th road game in their last 6 games. I just don't like the spot at all for the Pistons, man. Philadelphia, I think they run them over. So give me Philadelphia. I'll lay the points here in our first one. In our next matchup of the night, man, we got the Oklahoma City Thunder buddies, a.k.a. the cover buddies, man, out on the road facing the Miami Heat. Miami home favorites laying 4.5, total 224.5, man. And if you've been watching the Jam Station for any duration of time, man, I know you know where I'm going in this one, man. I'm taking the Thunder buddies, the cover buddies, man, plus the points here in this one, man. We're continuing to fade the number 1 team on my do not bet list, the Miami Heat. We're continuing to fade the worst home cover team in the NBA in the Miami Heat, man. I like the Thunder a lot here in this one, man. The Miami Heat have played 4 of their last 5 games out on the road, man. And like I said, they're 6-13-1 against the spread on their home floor, covering in 31.6% of their home games. Man, I do not like the spot at all for the Miami Heat, man. They did just lose their last game, which was on their home floor, 102-101. They covered in that one against the Brooklyn Nets, but tonight I think they mess around and lose outright. They do got some guys on this injury report, and I just don't like the spot for them, man, especially the Thunder coming into your building. The Thunder playing some really good basketball. They've won 3 of the last 4, including back-to-back wins, and those 3 wins are all pretty dominant, man. Against the Mavs, 120-109. Against the Wizards, 127-110. Against the Boston Celtics, 150-117. Oklahoma City is actually one of the better road cover teams in the NBA as well, 10-8 against the spread out on the road this season, man, and I think they can keep this one competitive, if not win it outright, man. Y'all know I love fading this Miami Heat team, especially on their home floor. 6-13-1, like I said, on their home floor, the worst home cover team in the NBA. I don't like the spot at all. The Thunder also working with some revenge, as the Miami Heat did beat them not too long ago on the 14th of December in Oklahoma City, 110-108. I think the Thunder, man, get a cover, and I think the Thunder win this one outright. So Thunder plus the 4.5 for me here in this one. In our next matchup of the night, man, we got the Charlotte Hornets out on the road facing the Toronto Raptors. Raptors home favorites laying 7.5, total 232, man. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really like this one, man. Short, sweet, and simple. In a small lean, I will lean Hornets plus the points in this one. The Raptors, man, they've only won 2 of their last 9 home games, so it's hard for me to want to turn around and lay 8 points with them at home. Need them to win by 8 at home when they've barely been winning at home at all. I know Charlotte has been fairly awful here recently as well. They've only won one of their last 4 games out. I mean, last 5 games out. But I'd much rather have the points in my back pocket if I was betting this one. But 9 times out of 10, no action for me. Can't trust the Raptors at home right now. Only won 2 of their last 9. Laying 8 points just doesn't seem like a great place to be. So in a small lean, I will lean the Charlotte Hornets here in this one. In our next matchup of the night, man, we got a tough one and an interesting one as well, man. We got the Cleveland Cavaliers laying 3.5 on the road against the Utah Jazz. Total 226.5. We got the return of Donovan Mitchell to his old stomping ground, the Utah. And it's a tough one, man. Cleveland is playing the way better basketball. They've won 4 of their last 5. Utah has lost 4 of their last 5. Cleveland did beat up on this Utah team earlier in the season in Cleveland, though. 122-99, the first time Donovan Mitchell faced his old team. Now he's back in Utah in this one, the first time he returns there, not as a member. It's a tough one, man. I feel like Cleveland should get this one done, man, but at the same time, I feel like this could be a major trap spot. I feel like Utah returning home after just playing 3 straight road games could turn up at home like we've seen them do earlier in the season. They are 10-9 against the spread this season on their home floor. In a small lean, man, I am going to lean Jazz plus the 3.5, man. Y'all know I've been taking the Jazz on their home floor a lot. I've been taking Cleveland on their home floor a lot as well. I'm not necessarily in love with taking Cleveland out on the road, man. 9 times out of 10, I'm staying away from this one, man. I can really see this one going either way. I can see the Jazz winning. I can see the Cavs winning. I can see Donovan Mitchell going crazy. I can see the Jazz locking them up. So, that's why it's just a small lean for me to the Utah Jazz. And, Cleveland this season out on the road, one of the worst road cover teams in the NBA, 6-11-2 against the spread out on the road, man. So, a small lean for me to the Utah Jazz here in this one. In our next matchup of the night, man, we got the Phoenix Suns out on the road facing the Golden State Warriors. Warriors home favorites laying 11.5, total 230.5, man. I'm not sure if you heard by now, but I'm pretty sure you heard by now. Stephen Curry looks like he will be back for this one, man. And with that news, and with the Golden State Warriors being the best home cover team in the NBA, 14-6-1 against the spread, covering in 70% of their home games, man. The only way for me to look in this one is to lay the points with the Golden State Warriors. Not to mention, the Phoenix Suns have now lost 6 straight basketball games. They've looked terrible here recently, man. The Golden State Warriors also working with revenge, as the Phoenix Suns have beat them in back-to-back games, man. The last time they played each other was the 16th of November. The Suns won that one 130-119, and before that they played each other on the 25th of October. The Suns won big in that one 134-105. I think the Golden State Warriors in their building this time repay the favor. So give me the Warriors. I'll lay the 11.5 with them here in this one tonight, man. I think this one could get ugly early. In our next matchup of the night, man, we got the Orlando Magic out on the road facing the Portland Trail Blazers. Portland home favorites laying 7.5, total 230. And I like Portland here, man. I'll lay the points with them, man. I know they've been playing some bad basketball here recently, man, as they've lost 4 of their last 5. I will say, though, all 4 of those were out on the road, man. Last time we seen them at home was the 2nd of January, and in that one they played another bad team like the Magic. They played the Pistons, and they dismantled them, man, 135-106. And I wouldn't be surprised in the slightest if this game went the same way. I think this could be a huge bounce back and get right opportunity for the Portland Trail Blazers, man. Still one of the better cover teams in the NBA. especially at home. And at home this season, they're 10-5 against the spread, covering in 66.7% of their home games. And they've been solid against the spread overall this season, the fourth best cover team in the NBA, 22-17 against the spread this season. That's even with that bad stretch of basketball they just played out on the road, man. I think tonight they just returned home and beat up on this Magic team. The Magic, we just seen them get obliterated in their last game out on the road against the Sacramento Kings, 136-111, man, and I would not be surprised in the slightest if it happened in back-to-back games, man. It's going to be their third straight road game as well. I don't like the spot for the Magic in this one, man. Y'all know I like taking the Magic at home. Out on the road, man, I do not, and I do not like the spot at all, as I think this is the spot Portland Trail Blazers bounce back and get right, man. So for me in this one, lay the points with Portland. I think they obliterate this Orlando Magic team here tonight. In our last matchup of the night, man, we got the Dallas Mavericks, my favorite team, out on the road facing the Los Angeles Clippers. Clippers home favorites, laying 1.5, total 221.5, man. This is a tough one because the Clippers have been straight ass here recently, man. They've lost, 6 straight basketball games. They've been playing terrible, but the Mavs are the worst cover team in all of the NBA, man. 14, 25, and 2 against the spread, man. Covering in 35.9% of their games this season. That's a league worst. So it's a pick between two evils here in this one, man. These two teams do have bad blood, man. These two teams do not like each other. As we've seen these two teams play in playoff series in 2 of the last 3 seasons, man. And it's a tough one. I want to take my Mavs, but I'm not going to do it. I've learned my lesson, man. I'm going to take the Clippers. I think they can bounce back here tonight at home and get themselves a home win. They've been playing terrible here recently, man. They really have, as I said, lost 6 straight games. But if there's a team that they do bounce back against on their home floor, it is the Dallas Mavericks, man. I think Kawhi Leonard, I think he's tired of this little losing streak they're on. He is one of the top echelon players in the league. Luka Doncic is as well in his own right. But I think the Clippers at home do bounce back tonight. So I'll lean Clippers, laying the points at home, man. It's hard to continue watching my Mavericks lose me money, man. The worst cover team in the NBA, 14, 25, and 2. Only covering in 35.9% of their games, man. Give me the Clippers in a bounce-back spot here tonight against my favorite team, the Dallas Mavericks. And that's going to conclude tonight's episode on the Jam Session on January 10th, 2023, man. Thank y'all for watching. Smash that like button for your guy, man. Subscribe if you're new. And drop your like down in the comments. As you know, I love going through, seeing who y'all like. If you're looking for my best bets, the ones that I'm placing tonight, and best bets from the top handicappers on the planet, check us out over at pickdawgz.com. Click that premium picks tab. And if you're looking for my $15 NBA Jam Session play, my best bet in the NBA every night, man, you can click that link in the description. It'll take you right to my handicapper page, man. And my feature play every day, man, is my $15 NBA best bet, man. We've hit back-to-back on that, man, including a winner last night with the Chicago Bulls. Hey, we had to sweat it, man, but we got it done, man. They did get the cover, so love to see that, man. We go for 3 in a row tonight, as well as we went 3-0 overall last night in the NBA, including a nice night on the Jam Session as well, man. So we want to keep that momentum rolling into tonight, man. Again, follow me on Twitter at ParlayGuyJ. That's where I typically update y'all on late injury news. And if my mind changes due to late information coming out of the association, man, thank y'all for watching. It's been your guy, Jay Briggs, man. Smash those buttons for me, man. Talk to y'all on Twitter. Talk to y'all in the comments. Let's make some money tonight, man. And I'm out. Peace.